Man, I haven't played this game in a while, I guess, technically, and so much has changed. It's like so little changes, but so much is changing at the same time, while so little is changing. It's like now, the game's on Unreal, like, nothing's changed in terms of gameplay, other than, like, these hideous power poles that I haven't used, and probably will never use. But, the game's now... what? We went from Unreal Engine 4 to 5, then currently I'm on 5.1, and they're currently working on 5.2. So they're not adding anything to the game, but it's like improving. Still. But today I want to... I came here to, because this box is the first issue, fix up this nuclear factory over here. I've learned that this factory is like very hard on GPU load. I mean, even with an actual dedicated GPU, can you shut up, train? Even with an actual dedicated GPU, I'm getting 60 here with high lumen. Looking at with the factory, I dropped to 47, 48, 49. So I've learned that this nuclear factory is a massive chunk of lag. Mostly from the lack of walls, because it means the inside of the factory can't unload. Or then you just have empty platforms until you get close. Meaning we're gonna finally be getting around to making the walls of this factory. It's taken a while, I know. And I'm realizing that the factory not only is actually less wide than I remember, but it's not centered in the slightest. The entrance isn't centered in the slightest. So this is gonna be interesting. Might just try and squeeze it in, but the first thing we're doing is getting rid of this box, because I don't even know why it's here in the first place. Alright, boom, box is now gone. There's still this rock, but, you know, I can't delete the, like, rock mountain. Like, I wouldn't consider it a mountain, but it's a cliff, I guess, kind of. Somewhat. It's not big, is my point. Something else that's also gonna have to be fixed is just belts everywhere. I didn't build these belts, but I've left them here mostly because I have nowhere to currently put them. But these will also have to be moved, and they will probably be moved as part of this bridge construction, which is gonna probably get deleted out of the universe, which is... have to wait for the trains to go by, because this design is terrible. I don't like it. That's why I stopped like halfway and I was like, this is stupid. But I did make a new design. I haven't tested it though, so well, that'll be for later. But for now, it's nuclear factory time. The issue is, this is not centered in the slightest. Is the first problem. I think the first step is going to be figuring out how wide the front of this is. And then the next... actually, I think the first step is going to be deleting this hypertube nonsense. Alright, and with this removed, I think that marks the good enough point for now. Now, I think the next step is to find the center of this front bit. I don't actually know how wide this is, but I guess we're about to find out. Well, I think the first wall is done. I'm definitely gonna have to do some lighting on this at some point, but that's gonna be for later. For now, I think, to end this off, I think the goal is gonna be just to extend the bottom of at least the front wall to the ground. And I'll just make it, I'll add the second floor on my own time, because this is probably starting to get kind of long already, and I still have to do the wall down here, so I guess I'm gonna get to doing that. It's gonna take a while, but it's gonna maybe be worth it. I don't know, depends. We'll see. I think it's done somewhat for now. It's gonna need some billboards to act as lights like they do on that base. I'll go show that in a bit. But for now, I think the base structure of like the wall design is done. This bit here, this section will have to be pasted up on one more. And I'm noticing that's painted wrong. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it for the start of the nuclear factory. The walls, these actually take longer than I remembered. This wall alone is taking maybe 2 hours. I expected this to be like a 40-minute job, but no, it actually is taking like 2 hours. Which is why I'm not gonna complete it in this video. But yeah, I hope actually, you know what, right before I end, I'm actually gonna show off the design I'm talking about. I'm gonna definitely do this on my free time, but I want to follow a similar design to like what's here, but I'm gonna do that like on my free time when I have time. I'm gonna pretty much follow the neon design there, and then pretty much call it a day. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, then I guess good for you. If not, then too bad. And well, that's gonna be it for this one.